That's a bit. I want to chop it up first before I got down, before I do my little
It's all good, nigga. It's
where I
kicking.
clip. Alright, that's a bit. What the hell going on? Hey, how many years you did again?
26.
26? Alright,
Yeah.
bet. I want to say 24.
Yeah, I did 26. I was the youngest one to get the life sentence in Georgia. I was the first one and the youngest to get the life sentence in Georgia. And what it
In
sound?
history.
Huh?
In history.
Yeah. Like the youngest one, the first one, and the youngest. You know what I'm saying? At 13 to receive the life sentence. You know what I'm saying? So, the case had made national news. They put it all on. It made like all over. They were studying my case in colleges and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause
What year you cut Georgia?
in 1997, I was 13.
That was right after y'all had the Olympics down there. Okay.
And that's what made it seem so that would put so much of a spotlight on it because
they thought Atlanta was like a different
a black Mecca, you know what I'm saying? Atlanta was the spot for black America, you know what I'm saying? And so during that time, you gotta understand we had a black mayor, we had a black sheriff, we had a black we had a black city council, everything, a black district attorney, everything that was in Atlanta was black, and I ended up being condemned by that very same black America that we all was, you know what I'm saying?
They wanted to make an example out of you.
And I was the example. That was the point that they were trying to make, bro. They vilified me in the newspaper for 11 months straight. Every day in the AJC, you could find a article about Lil B. Either they saying he's a man child or he's a thug. He don't deserve to be out here. You know what I'm saying? Anything. I was 13.
Ain't no fucking man child at no 13.
Let the media tell it was. And they had done came out with this
Hey, everybody in the motherfucker double tap if you ain't here.
What sound? Oh, my YouTube, I can't see the comment. Let me get on. Hold on. There they go. Where sound? We in here. But yeah, so by me being they had came in 1994, they came up with this law called the Senate Bill 440. And the Senate Bill 440 was where they was trying juveniles as an adult. If you was 13 to 17, you could be tried for murder, kidnap, armed robbery, sodomy. Yeah, the 7 deadly sins. And so Georgia hadn't used it yet on a juvenile. They had sent juvenile to prison for armed robbery, but they hadn't used the murder charge on the juvenile yet. And so I was the first one that they did that to. And they having to make an example of what they were saying was accurate, because they were saying we was super predators. They say we was super predators and we was gonna get worse and worse as the time go on. You got to do something about this juvenile population that's being born now. It was a man named John DeRulio or something, DeLilio or something like that. He came up with this and convinced Hillary Clinton, convinced Bill Clinton, and they came up with the crime bill, which was part of the Senate Bill 440, which Georgia passed. Yeah, and I got wrapped up in that.
Yeah, okay. See, a lot of folks don't know, because, we done had Obama and we had Kamala running, you feel me? Okay, they be thinking like, all right, the Democrats be the black folks, but I ain't gonna lie, the Democrats, the reason why your cousin, your goddamn uncle did as much time as they did, because they the one who started the mandatory minimums and shit.
Exactly.
So folks don't be knowing about that shit. Folks real hell on crime, though. But, what the fuck going on? It's your boy, All I Need, a.k.a. the State Baby, back with another episode of State Baby TV. We got a very special guest. And I know I say that a lot. I know I say these special a lot, but I ain't gonna lie, we have some real niggas on them motherfuckers.
For sure.
In honor of Veterans Day that just passed, I salute the folk that put on the suit or whatever for the United States of America.
Indiana
bill. It's wars that happen on this very own soil in the United States. So, in honor of Veterans Day, we got a 26-year veteran of chain gang. Lil B from the bluff in that motherfucker.
Well, definitely. You can't mention the bluff without putting the B in it.
Without the B in that motherfucker.
Yeah, you can't mention the bluff without putting the B in it.
Man. But y'all double tap now. We got a legend in them motherfucker.
For sure.
Hey, so how much can you really speak on about your case?
You know, I can speak. I can speak about my case. I did the time for it, but you know, my innocence is what my innocence is. You know, if I get the time out of too much, you know, somebody got to pay the price for that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? What done happened, done happened. I'm on this side. I'm blessed to be here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm good. Whatever, you know, I'm an open book, brother.
But all right, so the attention that your charge got with you being a juvenile, all right, boom. So you got sentenced in 97, right?
Yeah, I got sent in 1997 at 13 years old. Well, I had just turned 14.
How long you did in the county?
The whole process, I got locked up January 28th, 1997. I went to prison. I went to Alto State Prison December the 4th, 1997. So 11 months, my whole process took 11 months. I was in prison by the time I had been incarcerated for a year. I was already in prison.
And for context, that's kind of quick with a murder charge.
And I ain't asked for no speedy trial.
Yeah, so they was trying to get that show, and every DA male was black.
Yeah. Everybody was black. Now the part that got me that hit me that I didn't understand it at the time, but as I got older, I went back and read some of the old newspaper articles, and we had a district attorney named Paul Howard at the time, right? He was just coming in, he was trying to get reelected or whatnot, and gonna be the first black DA, as a matter of fact. And he say Lil B is an evil in the city. I'm 13 years old. This out of Paul Howard's mouth. He say Lil B is an evil in the city. If I could seek the death penalty on Lil B, I would seek the death penalty. But he couldn't seek the death penalty because the laws was what they were. But here it is, a black man, a district attorney, calling a 13-year-old child evil in the city, and you ready to put him to death by lethal injection. By lethal injection, the child don't even know who he is. He don't even know what's really right from wrong at this point. You know what I'm saying?
You can't even buy cigarettes till you're 18.
Bro, I can't vote. I can't buy cigarettes. I can't consent to consensual sex. I can't do nothing because I'm a minor. But you ready to put me to death? Yeah, I'm a man child. That's what they call me.
That's why. Hey, all right. Did the DA, was he ever present at any of your interrogations?
I never was interrogated. I never made a statement. I never gave a statement. I never. You want to know what's crazy though? This was so crazy. It was a signed and sealed delivered case to these people because when I got arrested, they didn't take me to homicide to sit me down and say what happened X, Y, and Z with them. They didn't take me and put me in no interrogation room or do none of that. They took me down to homicide to process me. I stayed down there for like an hour. After I stayed there for an hour, they sent me to Fulton County Juvenile. They took me to the juvenile. I stayed in there for like 3 days. Then they bounded me over to Superior Court, and that's when they sent me to Rice Street.
Okay. So boom, you went through Rice Street at 13. So did you go through Jackson?
Nah, I went to Alto.
Okay, you went straight to Alto.
Alto was a diagnostic prison back then. See, like you used to have Jackson, Alto, and Coastal. Them used to be the 3 diagnostic prisons. And I went through diagnostic in Alto because that's where they had all the juveniles at in Alto.
Okay. Did you stay there until you turned 17?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I stayed in Alto to 2001. When I turned 18, when I turned 18, I got transferred from Alto and went to Phillips.
Hey, all right, let me ask you this. A nigga told me, and I think in 98, it was a nigga from Columbus. he said in '98 they still had McDonald's at Macon State. Did they have like a McDonald's or anything at Alto back then?
That wasn't heard of. But it did used to be in all them prisons that's made like Hancock, Macon State, River, I mean not Washington and prison like that, all them that made like that, they were made with a fast food in it, which was a staff dining or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You used to be able to go order hamburgers and french fries and shit on your off your books and shit like that. You couldn't spend them like $7 though.
Yeah, okay.
Where it sound.
Hey, before we get to the Chang shit, cause I wanna go back, cause you from the Bluff.
Mm-hmm.
In the city of Atlanta, the Bluff is a very I ain't gonna say prominent, I don't know if that's the right word, but it's an infamous neighborhood, and I'm pretty sure most of my I don't know, I got some young ass
Banking pounds in the village. So
when
low.
the movie came out, Snow on the Bluff, how authentic was the movie Snow on the Bluff? You know Kurt?
Well, I done been around Kurt, but I don't really know Kurt. You know what I'm saying? I growed up around, yeah. No. All that's around the same age, but he might be a couple years older than me. But I growed up around them, like, but he went from the Bluff. Shouter was from Vine City. You know what I'm saying? All that right there together. And then, you know, I'm sitting in prison looking at the movie. You know what I'm saying? Bro, we don't rob in the Bluff. You know what I'm saying?
We get
money. We don't rob in the Bluff. We ain't pulling up. I don't know. Talking about give me this, give me that. They were doing that in the movie. That ain't what we do in the Bluff. You know what I'm saying? That's not accurate. You know what I'm saying? If anybody know anything about the Bluff, we gonna sell some dope and get some money. But we ain't finna be running around. We ain't got no robbing crew in the Bluff. We shooting them. You know.
Type shit.
Yeah.
A nigga had said. A nigga had told me.
Appreciate you, Coco.
I don't know if you know Lil Audi, cool.
Yes, of course. Jock.
Yeah.
Free Jock and D, man. Free Jock and D. Free Jock and Lil Lotto, man. Real blood gang. Real blood gang.
I don't been told me like it ain't nothing but some good money making out them.
Yeah. See, all them, Jock, Lil D, all them, they were young when I left, but I knew them. I knew their whole family. I knew them when they were little babies. You know what I'm saying? I knew them. Yeah. They whole family.
Alright, boom. Alright, so we going through Alto. Alright, now you know Alto a pretty legendary play too. You feel?
Yeah.
You done heard a lot of story about Alto.
Yeah.
Alright, let me ask you this: what is the motto for Alto? Fuck or fight.
Peace and blessings. What's the motto that?
Yeah.
That applied to the people that it applied to. Like, that was a thing, but
nigga be over whooping it.
Yeah, that shit happen to niggas that showing signs of weakness. That shit happen to niggas that showing that they ain't gonna do nothing. Cause ain't nobody never came to me and said, "Lil B, you gonna fuck a fight." You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen nobody get ran up on and nobody tell them, "Nigga, you gonna fuck a fight," other than them playing the sex game. You know what I'm saying? I never seen that shit happen. You know what I'm saying? But I done heard about it. But I ain't never seen a nigga get raped in Alto. You know what I'm saying? Not that I'm in the room. I wouldn't see it. Oh, my fault. But I wouldn't see it anyway because I ain't looking for that. You know?
Alright, cause I'ma say, cause you know niggas, even before my generation, cause when year they closed down Alto?
I want to say like 05 or something like that. So I don't know.
Nah, it wasn't 05. I think it was like 09, cause that's when they
I was gone when they did that.
Type shit. They sent everybody from there to like D-Ray James and goddamn Wilcox and shit though, and then they made the women's prison.
Mm-hmm.
Goddamn.
05.
It was 05? Type shit. Okay,
yeah,
then. 05. So yeah, so you know, niggas, I came in China in 2013. You know, we done heard stories and shit. So you would think a nigga over whooping it anyway though, just to try to scare a nigga up or whatever though. You feel?
Yeah.
Or whatever. So like, I just had to ask a toe baby though, cause like. Nigga was shook when the toe baby came in the dorm though.
See, you gotta understand what Alto was, bro. Alto was really like a gladiator school. You feel me? Alto was it was a bad place. I hate Alto. Don't get it twisted, bro. I hated Alto every day that I was in Alto. I hated Alto because Alto forced you to be something that you weren't. I'm 14 years old. in Alto State Prison. And the rumor is niggas raping niggas in Alto, niggas killing niggas in Alto, just everything bad that you can think about Alto. I'm finna experience it. So I went through Alto scared. You feel me? And out of that fear, that and if a nigga tell you they came to Alto and they weren't scared, they lying. You should call them out. Every nigga gonna take, bro. I'm 13. I was scared shitless, nigga. You feel me? I'm going in there. I don't know what to expect. I don't know who gonna do what. I don't trust nothing. I got forever in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But it forced me to have to go in there and be vicious. I wasn't that vicious on the street. I wasn't thinking about hitting no nigga in the head with no lock. I wasn't thinking about stabbing nobody. You know what I'm saying? My mind went on nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's what Alto did to you.
You had to be on point all the time.
Hell yeah.
Type shit. Alright, so boom. You was at Alto until you turned 17, right?
Now I was there till I turned 18.
So you turned 18.
Hold up, yeah. So when I turned 18.
Where they sent you to after that?
They sent me to Phillips.
They sent to Phillips.
Mm-hmm.
And that's at the time it was still a medium.
Nah, it's close security. It was close security.
It was close security then. I had heard that too. Like a lot of camp, like they say Montgomery used to be close security.
I don't know. I ain't never been to Montgomery, but Phillips was close security back then. You know what I'm saying? And then see what Phillips was so sweet for me, because they had a law unit that was full of mental health patients. Like they was the worst of the worst. They like these people cutting themselves every day. These people eating feces and doing all kind of weird shit. So all the attention be focused on the mental health population. So the general population pretty much did what it did, and that opened the world up for me coming from Alto where everything like and going to Phillips where you got to get on some player shit. They talking to officer, niggas got girlfriends down here. You feel me?
So it's flooded.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about they was having shit back then. Like I know they ain't had a touch screen though, but niggas
no. See, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I know I didn't introduce a cell phone game in Georgia, but cause I seen a white boy with one first, and that what got me in it. I had a phone since 2001. When I got to Phillips, that's why I got my first cell phone. That I had a Kyocera Metro PCF phone. You paid $30 a month. You couldn't call them a 67844 and 7 more. And some of them 7 modes you couldn't get. You know what I'm saying? For $30 a month, but you talk all day. You had to pull the antenna up on it. I had one back then, but when I got to Phillips, that's why I had seen it at. Cause in Alto, you know, nigga barely seeing some weed. I'm going to visitation at Alto, getting the weed. I'm the guy in Alto with the weed. Everybody in Alto done been in Alto, they'll tell you, I'm the guy to get the weed, cause I'm going to visitation every weekend getting the weed, and I'm coming back. I ain't no going up there or putting that up your butt or nothing like that. You know, I'm going in there finessing the game. I'm acting like I'm taking my clothes off, putting the weed over here, you know what I'm saying, playing with the police in their face with it. And so when I got to Phillips, it's everywhere. They got weed over there. They got weed over there. He got a girlfriend that bringing them to him. They drinking real alcohol. Ain't no toilet stool liquor. You know what I'm saying? They got the real deal. You know what I'm saying? And so that just gave me a different perspective going through prison then, because I found me something to do. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Alright, so that was the close security then. It's a medium now, right?
Yeah.
So you done been, cause you was locked up 2016, you done been to the level 5s. You done been to a couple of them.
Hell yeah.
Which all ones you been to?
I don't been to Macon State. I don't been to Valdosta. I don't been to Waycross. I don't been where else I don't been? Man, I don't been everywhere. Some of Reedville. I ain't never go to Hayes or Smith or Telfair.
Type shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you speak on why they kept transferring?
See, like I had a lot of I'm an STG in Georgia, you know what I'm saying? Like they labeled me a security threat group with the gang shit, and on top of that, it was a lot of publicity that came along with my case, you know what I'm saying? And so from all the publicity and me fucking up in prison and the gang shit, you know what I'm saying, coupled with all that, they always used to move me like if I'm here, I might be here for a year. Somehow they send me somewhere else, you know what I'm saying? I've been to 13 different prisons.
Okay. So like, your name had reverberated so much through the GDC that is there some prisons where like you would get there and they won't even let you out the hole type shit?
Of course.
Type shit.
They did me like that in Washington too. We had a December the 9th sit down at Macon State where we were like, we weren't gonna work.
Someone was telling me about that.
Yeah, we weren't gonna work. Yeah, huh?
What year this was?
This was in 2010.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, there was 09. There was 2009. Yeah, December the 9th, 2009. We had decided we weren't gonna do no work. We were gonna make the GDC do all the work until they changed the conditions that we were living in. We better education, better living condition, better health care. You know what I'm saying? Give us some hope in here because y'all ain't doing that warehousing. Y'all ain't getting no chances on parole. You know what I'm saying? We don't even know who the parole board is, who on the parole board. Don't know what the guidelines are to make parole. You got people that sitting in here generation after generation after generation and just dying off. You know what I'm saying? And so we decided we gonna sit down. And during the sit down, they sent me to Washington State Prison because they went to transferring everybody everywhere. They sent me to Washington State Prison, and Warden Frazier was down there. And I'm like, Warden Frazier, you gonna let me on the compound? He like, no, boy. He said, I let my compound too slow for you. I let you on my compound, you'll crank my compound up. He said, look, B, I got a good compound right here. I ain't gonna let you out here. And he sent me to Ultra.
Type shit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, because speaking of the parole board, because you just said something, like we don't know who the parole board is and none of that, right?
Yeah.
You know, in other states, when people go up for parole, they actually sit before the parole board, right?
Yeah, in other states.
Why do you think Georgia is different?
Because Georgia you got to still remember, Georgia is a slave state, you feel me? Like, it's still things that go on in Georgia that went on in the 60s, bro. You know what I'm saying? Even though you ain't seeing slavery, they still got that Jim Crow mentality. You know what I'm saying? Georgia, one of the only prisons where they pay a fine just for not paying us for the work that we do in Georgia. You know what I'm saying?
And they pay the fine.
Yeah, they pay it every year. You know, yeah, faithfully. But yeah, Georgia's still on that, bro. Georgia ain't no state to be trying to. They not looking for rehabilitation. They looking to warehouse. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Yeah, they looking for you to build something like they did back in the 60s, bro. For real.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know Georgia got the most prisons. Like the state of Georgia got the most prisons than any other state.
Wow.
And they got the most counties too.
Wow.
They gonna put your ass to work in Georgia.
Yeah.
Not getting paid.
Yeah, and it's no different. It's no different from what went on in the Jim Crow. Like, okay, you remember after slavery, you came with Reconstruction, and then after when the Reconstruction phase came in, you know they came up with these vagrant laws. These laws where if you didn't have a job or somewhere to stay, they can lock you back up. They'll lock you back up into servitude and put you back to work again until they feel like your debt was paid. But once you go to jail, they start calling it inmate leasing. You know what I'm saying? You know how you see people out there cleaning up the highways and shit like that? Yeah. They was leasing them to the private sector people all on these trumped up charges saying they ain't got nowhere to live and all this. These people just coming out of slavery. What can they have? They displaced. What can they have? Where they gonna go? You know what I'm saying? And so that was the way to put it back in. And that's the same thing that's going on right now in Georgia, bro. That system ain't changed.
Type shit.
It ain't gonna change.
And speaking on that, all right, have you been to a CCA?
Yeah, I've been to both of them. I've been to Coffee and I've been to Willow.
All right, can you explain to the viewers what a CCA is? And y'all double tap too, man.
Coffee. Correction Corporation of America, like a private prison. In Georgia, they under the GDC, but they got a private ownership in a private way. They do their things differently than what they do in the state. You know what I'm saying? It's just like the state leasing you out to them to house you. The state pay them to house you.
Type shit. Like $600 a day,
I don't know. I ain't never looked at the numbers on it, but I know the state pay them to house you.
Yeah, my bro, he had beat a charge, and I think he had a lawsuit for the Folsom prison and shit.
Yeah.
And the lawyer was telling him what the numbers. I think he did like 3 years in the county about it. You feel me? And it was supposed to be like $600 a day for every day he did.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Yeah. Alright, so boom. You was at the CCAs, you been to the level 5s and shit. Can I ask you, was it a difference between the level 5s and the other counts?
Yeah. The other counts were worse than the level 5s.
Really?
Man, listen. I went to medium security, and it's more. They treat you worse in medium security than they do in close security. See, like the officers in medium security got better control over the population, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Back then, anyway, they used to have like better control over the population. They'll talk to you any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? They'll jump on you in the medium security prison. In the close security, the officer gonna think twice about jumping on you because they know something can come behind that. Everybody in the close security got life, 50 years, and you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody going home no time soon. And Georgia ain't paroling niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's how they were going on. So when you go to the medium security, they got more control and they handle you real. And the niggas going more crazy in the medium security. The people, the inmates doing worse than shit in the medium security than it is in the close.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That coffee shit, they were burning niggas with the iron.
Yeah. Man, niggas getting thrown over the range with the blanket set on fire. Nigga tied up in the blanket. Nigga put baby oil on the blanket and set the blanket on fire. Throw a nigga over the range.
Type shit.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the craziest shit that you've seen in Chang'an?
The craziest shit. You want me to be real? And I'm guilty of it too. But the craziest shit I ever seen, bro, was a nigga with a life sentence. A nigga with a life sentence. Go out the gate. Go pick the pack up. Bring the pack back in the prison. Lock himself back in the room. That's the most craziest shit I can ever think about doing in prison, bro. Nigga got life and nigga got life plus. Nigga got a way to get out the gate to go get some weed. You can go holler at people, do whatever, you know what I'm saying, with whatever time allows. But you do that, go get it, and come right back inside the jail and lock your door. That's the craziest thing I ever seen.
Yeah, that's wild shit. Hey, did this happen it was at Reedsville?
This everywhere.
Yeah, 'cause I ain't gonna lie, I heard about a situation that happened at Reedsville where a nigga was going, they had to wait through that motherfucker.
Oh yeah, I was there with that.
Somebody at Walmart?
Yeah, no. Oh, then you might be talking about another situation. See, I was there when it was a dude named Lamb. It was a dude named Lamb and a white boy named Posey. I want to say his name was Posey or something like that. I can't remember his name, but it was Lamb and a white boy. They done waited till it started raining or whatever, and they decided they gonna escape from Reedville. You know what I'm saying? So matter of fact, Lamb was in the dorm with me. As a matter of fact, both of them. They done ended up going through the Vic, getting on the roof. You know what I'm saying? They tried to it was raining so much they trying to throw the ropes to catch up on the other side of the building so they can climb up and do what they were gonna do. Somehow they done got stuck and can't move no more. You know what I'm saying? The police done came through for count. And these niggas outside on the building where it rained and it pouring down rain, and these niggas on top of the building. The officer do the count. Niggas trying to get them niggas back in, you know what I'm saying? But you can't, the door locked, you know what I'm saying? By the time the officer come back, she go to the back door, both of them at the back door drenched in mud and shit. She say, what the hell you doing out here? He say, "Oh, I was out here smoking a cigarette." She say, "How the hell you get out? How the hell you even get out here?" Man, they went and found them ropes. They found them ropes, found a hole in them nigga vent, man. And, man, I ain't seen them niggas since. Now one on. Hell no, boy.
Yeah, them niggas somewhere under the tank.
Yeah. They went on high max though, cause I was on high max 7 years and I ain't see now one of them on high max with me.
Type shit. What's the other charge besides escape you can get? A scunder in the same?
Yeah, but a stunner in jail like walking away though. You know what I'm saying? They let you out. Huh?
You don't go to high max for that, right?
No, not for a scam. Not for a scam. They let you out.
Type shit.
You just didn't come back.
Type shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, I want to remind everybody in this beat, because, you know, we make content on prison, but I want to remind y'all that we don't glorify, we trying to horrify, like, about
Exactly.
This shit crazy, you feel me? Like, we can reminisce and we can laugh about it now, but at the time, like, nigga, we was locked down in them motherfuckers. And we trying to get y'all these stories and experience so y'all niggas not go through what we went through.
Please
so with
don't.
that being said, I want to ask you, Lil B, goddamn, what's something like, I want to say, like, all right, the youth, what's something that you can tell the youth or somebody who probably, I wouldn't say like they destined for chain gang or death or nothing like that, but somebody he love the streets type shit. You feel me? Hold on right quick. Come on right quick. Right. You got headphones, you did.
YouTube family. Any run in with Gio?
Yeah. All right. So what's some advice you can give a youth on how to avoid what we went through?
Have your own mind. Have your own mind. See, the problem with me, because I can only speak from my perspective. You know what I'm saying? If I had the information that I had now, maybe I would have made some different decisions. You know what I'm saying? In my situation, in my life. You know what I'm saying? But didn't nobody equip me with the information to say, hey, shawty, you know, if you do X, Y, Z, these folks will lock you up for life. Hey, shawty, you know, if you out here with us all day and you don't go to school, this can happen, this can happen. No, they edge me on to do what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? They manipulating the situation, so I didn't have my own mind, and I was easily manipulated into a situation where I manipulated out of my whole life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So you basically would consider yourself a product of your environment? You from the
Of course.
Nigga get money out there.
Yeah, I am a product of my environment, but I was a product of my environment for 13 years. So the bluff just was a my adolescent years of suffering. I'm a product of prison, you know what I'm saying? Because that's why I came up at, but prison don't define me. Prison don't make me. Prison just was an experience that I experienced, and God's willing, I'ma overcome. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hopeful that you can take what I went through and just be like, Shawty bumped their head already. Let me learn from Shawty and not follow Shawty path. You know what I'm saying? Have your own mind. That's the best advice I can give. Everything that look good ain't really good, bro. It comes with a lot of consequences.
Type shit. It's like all money ain't good money though. A lot of niggas don't understand that though.
Yeah.
A lot of niggas doing time behind bad money though.
Of course.
Hey, shout out my boy One Risk Taker Cash in the motherfucker. He said I was just showing his pops. His pops Goldie.
Okay, my boy Goldie.
Hey, you locked up with Goldie?
Of course. Come on, man. Come on, man. What you mean, give you a golden story? I told you on my YouTube page. Also, y'all make sure y'all check in to me, do Lil B from the Bluff on YouTube. But look, we had a dude, man, Goldie. A lot of shit by Goldie, boy. Goldie ridiculous.
Yeah, you was around for a minute.
Yeah, Goldie ridiculous. I tell you, there was Goldie. We at Reedville. Golden, and it's a nigga named Franco. Franco been running around. Franco was from Campbellton Road somewhere or something like that. He from the city. But he had been running around telling, you know what I'm saying, niggas like he homie and shit, like, yeah, I'm homie, I whoop whoop whoop, all this and whoop whoop whoop. So come to find out, he done got some weed from one of the bigger bros. And when he got some weed from one of the bigger bros that hit me and were like, what's up with the dude Franco? I'm like, what you mean, Franco? He say he homie. Woo, woo. I'm like, man, Franco ain't no homie. I seen in the kite, man, Franco ain't no homie. Woo, woo. But he had been getting Franco weed and shit. You know what I'm saying? And so Franco ended up, niggas put the pressure on Franco. Franco ended up going to the other side. He went to the hole. He jacked off on the officer that he knew was gonna send him to the hole. You know what I'm saying? He caught out. He jacked on the officer, sent him to the hole. He came out in the dorm with Gold in him. So Gold found out what he done did. You know what I'm saying? Gold the homie. So Gold gonna do it for the homie, man. Gold might have took that nigga Franco in there, put them hands on Franco ass and called Seaguard name in Franco chest with the razor. I'm talking about the nigga took the razor and carved Seaguard name in that nigga chest, bro. I'm like, this nigga he'll and put him out the dome. That nigga Gold and vicious, boy.
Yeah, I don't go crazy. We were just talking about it earlier. I was on with Sosa. I don't know if you know Sosa though, but I was on with Sosa. We had like 9 niggas on that bitch. We was talking about
Trez ain't it?
Nigga ran across or whatever. A GD nigga. He said Goldie. He said I ain't never seen a nigga make the whole gang go in the room and lay down. You said niggas that went in the room.
Who did that?
Goldie.
Well,
I don't know. I ain't even asked though.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I ain't. Shout ain't. Man, bro. He probably around some weenies. Man, Gold ain't never came to me talking about some Lil B, you finna work out. Or Gold ain't never came to me and been on no nigga, or you gonna do this. Hell no, Gold ain't no nigga like that. You gotta understand, some of these niggas be taking out by Gold and don't be knowing Gold. For real, Shout ain't no nigga like that. You got to do something to Shout and put Shout on that. Yeah, but all them niggas be trying to ride Gold to dick cause they know Gold can fight and shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout be using them nigga ass.
So what you saying? He ain't having niggas just go in the room like that and all that shit though.
I ain't never seen if a nigga what now come on, bro. You in prison. What nigga gonna make you go in the room and
that's me and you though.
That's a man, period. You know what I'm saying? You had to be a weenie for if something like that happened, that you had to be a weenie for a nigga to do you that.
So dog, it ain't a bunch of weenies in China.
It's a lot of them. That's what I'm telling you. He had to be around some weenies. Them niggas that went in the room, they was some weenies.
So the story might be true.
It might be true, but I ain't never seen that.
Okay.
I ain't never been around no homies that were no weenies like that.
I done been around a few though, but they already got exposed though. But I ain't never been no whole dorm where niggas let the nigga tell them go to sleep though.
Yep. I ain't never seen that either. Don't want to see that.
He said, ask him about Big Bubba.
About Big Bubba. You know the song Big Bubba? I did a story on YouTube about Big Bubba too. You know that my homeboy from the bluff.
Yeah. I ain't know you from the bluff.
Yeah, Big Bubba from the bluff. I didn't know it until I went to prison.
Yeah.
You know that nigga been locked up before I was born.
That shit crazy. And was he in the longest yard? Cause it was some white boy saying he wasn't in there.
I don't know. I ain't seen him in there. I know when I went to Reedville, only person that was in there that I knew was in there was an old school dude named Roy Lee and a dragon named Jesse May. Them were the only ones that was in Reedville that I knew. I ain't know nothing about Big Bubba being in.
Type shit.
Yeah. But yeah, Big Bubba, man, I ain't about to stand Big Bubba ass. Big Bubba. Stand Big Bubba ass. Global Gang.
The boy Cha-Cha.
Yeah.
Man, shout out Cha-Cha, man. Man, I'm gonna definitely enjoy chopping up with you though, Lil B. We gotta do this again though.
Yeah, man, always, bro. You know, I'm always available. Just hit me, especially if you trying to deter the youth, bro. Cause listen, I don't wish prison on nobody. Most definitely not no child, bro. I don't think a child deserve to go through what I went through. If y'all out there and y'all got children, they 13 years old and you don't know, they can go to prison. Your precious little child, your precious little 13-year-old that you feel like can't do no wrong, these folk will take them and send them away from here till they 41 years old like they did me. So if you don't know, you know. Take it from me. I don't wish this on nobody, brother.
In other words, be in their life. You feel me? Like,
Of
I
course.
know it's, I ain't, a lot of parents these days, they be trying to be their friend and be like, all right, I'm gonna get on some respectable space, and that's
Salute.
cool and all that. But it's like, y'all see what these so-called YNs doing out here. You feel me? So you, just cause you look at your baby, you smile at your baby, and they remind you of you.
Yeah.
That don't mean they ain't out here wilding. So you need to know what the fuck they
Hell
doing.
yeah.
You need to be on their ass.
Yeah, if
Like,
not, if not, you'll lose them, bro. And then, you know, people might look on social media and be seeing like niggas in there holding pounds of weed up, or niggas on cell phones, and niggas dressing good, thinking prison, thinking that's okay. But I guarantee you, every last one of them niggas you see with holding that shit up or showing, dressing that shit, they want to turn it in and be out here. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas suffering in there. Even though they having all this shit here, ain't nothing like your freedom, bro, being restricted like that. Hell nah, it ain't worth going, bro. Don't do it. Listen to me. Please.
my boy served the life sentence. Hey, before we get up out of here, when you got sentenced, correct me if I'm wrong, like the parole, it was 5 years, right? Not 30.
Who? When? No. When I got convicted, I didn't understand it, and that's crazy. I was just writing about this. I didn't understand it at the time. The judge say, I hereby sentence you to life in prison for the rest of your natural life. You know what I'm saying? My natural life, I'm thinking, cause she ain't say you'll be eligible for parole at X, Y, and Z time, and then she said your natural life. So I'm thinking natural life mean forever. Like I ain't gonna never get out, like life without parole or something. So I didn't understand it. And then when I finally did get my paper, it fucked me up even worse because I get my paper from the parole people. They tell me I'm eligible for parole in 2011. It's 1997. You telling me I'm eligible for parole in 2011. You feel me? I can't even see that far. So I got mine, it was 14 years. Then once I did the first 14 years, they say due to the nature of the crime, they want me to do 5 more years. I did 5 more years. Then after the 5 more years, they came back, they say due to institutional conduct, they gave me I did 4 more years. Then
So these was letters from the parole board.
yeah, I never seen them. I talked to them one time when I was on high max for them 7 years. I came up for parole.
And spoke to you?
Yeah. But you know, like they was on super. I was on Supermax, and you know, like Supermax is different from. That's one of them prisons. They got to come look at it and all that, cause they're one of their pride position. They got the worst of Georgia inmates in this prison.
That's where the graveyard at, where they bury you at if you die in that motherfucker.
Yeah. And I was in there for 7 years. So during the time that I'm on high max, the commissioner come to my cell and on Brian Owens, and I talked to the commissioner, and they were like, the parole board don't come through. They work on the parole board, and I'm gonna tell them to come out and holler at you. He did that. They came through. They pulled me out my cell, pulled me out. He say, Lil B, you gonna go home. He like, it's just up to you when you decide to go home. And the catch was, he say, the life expectancy of a black man is like 76 years old. Back then, that's what he was saying. And so he was like, so you what, 30 something now, you'll get out, you still got time to live. This motherfucker know, bro, the life expectancy of a black man that's incarcerated. He know when he can let you go. Like they got this shit down to a science. You know what I'm saying? They know when you gonna be good for society or when you not gonna be good for society. That made a light click on in my head, bro. This man said the life expectancy of a black man is like 76 years old. Here you is 30 some years old right now. So you gonna go home. It's up to you to decide when you want to go home. You know what I'm saying? You know when you gonna let me go already. You feel me? After that, they gave me 4 more years. After he done had this conversation with me, let me know, got my hopes up to the roof. You know what I'm saying? They gave me 4 more years. I do the 4 years, they give me 2 more. I do the 2 more, then they grant me, they sent me to the transition or something.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
That shit. All right. So let me ask you this too then, cause they sentenced you to your natural life.
Yeah.
So did the whole time did you believe you was getting out?
No, you got to understand. I was hopeful that I would get out, but wasn't then set in stone because I'm around people that been locked up before I was born, and they got a life sentence that was lesser than mine. They got a life sentence when it was 7 years, and they've been locked up since 80. You know what I'm saying? And they still doing time. So I knew that I can be held, but I knew that I wanted to get out, and I had some people on the outside fighting to try to get me out. So my mindset was going in there trying to survive. You know what I'm saying? Every day, I wasn't living for 10 years down the line. I was taking it one day at a time, literally. Like, I'm living for today. You know what I'm saying? My mama gave me some instructions, told me, don't catch now another case and don't be nobody bitch. And I did. I went through and did just that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Type shit. Look at you now. That
yeah,
goddamn
boy,
motherfucker.
made it out. And that's
Yeah.
key.
Wise words from my boy, man. Hey, so everybody here, if you already, if you don't, make sure y'all go follow Lil B from the Bluff and goddamn
On
tap in
YouTube,
with him. I hope
man.
y'all goddamn soaked up the knowledge from him, especially if it's some youngins in here.
Yeah.
Y'all make sure y'all learn from my boy though. Like
Please.
Home's real legend, Home's real respectable. If you ain't got an OG out here that you taking, that you listening to and gaining some knowledge from, this one right here. So make sure y'all tap in with him. We out there, motherfucker.
Exactly. Ooh.
Ooh.
Yo, be from the Bluff back. I've been missing these comment. Where they go? Oh, there they go. That's so crazy. Shit, yeah, that was a hard one. Gotta get Vlad. They're about the third person that said that. How y'all doing out there, man? Damn, I missed a lot of them. Salute. Binky Pounds in the building. Boy, that boy Binky Pounds real. Hey, if y'all don't follow Binky Pound, man, follow Binky Pound, man. Hey, that's a real one now. Yeah, Binky Pound put me together, man. Salute. Champ put me together for sure. Put me together. Man, hey, man, I got one champ. I got that, man, I got pulled over, boy. I got to put that one. I got to talk about that, man. I got pulled over. That was a scary experience. Real scary. Scared me to death. Well, definitely. That boy, thank you, man. Yeah, just in here, I was just chopping it up with one of the brother that was in prison with me, and he was doing a little interview with me, trying to deter the youth, you know, trying to make sure none of them go through what we've been through. Yeah, I'm finna post it. I got to talk about that because that was a scary experience for me. And you know, I'm not knowing. I'm used, all my interaction with the police always been a bad one. You know what I'm saying? But that just opened my eyes to something. Even though I know I'm out here and I'm happy to be out here. I won't change this for that no more. I don't want to do that. But I'm still essentially a prisoner. Even though I'm on parole, even though I'm out here, I'm still essentially a prisoner, and I get treated differently, you know what I'm saying, than a normal citizen would. And I found that out. I'm gonna put it in the story and tell y'all what happened though. But yeah, I get treated differently, and I ain't know that, but I know now. You need someone to delete those comments. Nah, it's okay. We welcome everything. It's okay. You know. So yeah, man, I appreciate y'all people, man. Subscribe, you know, if y'all ain't. And I'm finna upload that story now. Cause that was a scary experience, man. Global Gang, that boy Cha Cha Gang. Yeah, that TBP. What I do today, man, actually, I finished the book today. That's what I did today. I finished my book today. Proud of myself for that. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, man. You know that's my goal, man, is to try to put something in place. Like I be trying to understand what it was that happened to me. You know what I'm saying? If you don't understand what happened to you, you know what I'm saying, you wouldn't know how to guard yourself against it. You know what I'm saying? So I just be trying to understand it. So I do a lot of reflecting, and writing is just as therapeutic to me as going to talk to my therapist, you know what I'm saying? Because it lets you unload a lot and get a lot off your chest, and then you get some clarity about your situation or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And it could be kind of scary too, because you like opening up a part of your most intimate thoughts, a part of your what may be seen as a vulnerability. You know what I'm saying? I had to be vulnerable enough to say, you know what I'm saying, things that I normally wouldn't tell nobody, keep to myself or something like that. But being but being able to put it on paper or talk to a therapist and things like that, you know what I'm saying, it make it like easier. So yeah. But I ain't going back and reread it, because if I go back and reread it, it'll scare me and make me want to tear it up. Be like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I appreciate it, but I actually started writing while I was in prison though. While I was on high met for them 7 years, I had been writing. I was just recounting my life while I was on high met. And it worked out. But yeah, man, I'm finna upload this story, man. I appreciate y'all for checking in, man. I'm back at it again, man. Big B from the bluff, man. You can't mention the bluff without putting the B in it. For sure.